Hey fellow comrades, how you guys been doing? It's your boys in here, and welcome to our newest second generation OU match against Eli. This guy seems like a generally cool guy. He contacted me on Discord. He was interested in second generation. He never did it before like this, and we scheduled it, and this is how it went. So, Cloyster versus Gengar, right? Ultima in here. There's a chance I may have Thunderbolt. Now, knowing that he will switch out to Meganium to resist it, I would imagine. So I decided to go for the Psychic, play that middle game, mind game early on, maybe not the best decision. But Meganium, being one of those Pokemon that you normally do not see props same for using it, I honestly, personally don't have the confidence to use this Pokemon here in second generation of all generations. Just because of this, you can see Earthquake is like a bare two-shot, and that's a Gengar. So yeah, it really doesn't dish out any damage. So it's kind of like, it feels like just running a wall that may actually push things into being too long. So I fear that situation's happening. But anyways, Power Punch crit was significant here because it did come close to taking it out, but not close enough, so I was very lucky. I go again for Sahik, why not? Why go for Power Punch again? Dish out that more significant damage on the likes of Raikou switching in. He does decide to leave his Meganium to be late Death Fodder. And he actually surprises me by running a Thunder Raikou. This is not something I normally see. I normally see just a typical Thunderbolt, Hidden Power, Rest, Sleep Talk set, and so forth. But I do not see Thunder Raikous. In this case, that Thunder is significantly more scary to switch into than if it was a Thunderbolt. Because now I'm kind of forced to go for the Rest, hoping he will go for it again. Hoping I will overpredict or something the way I was playing. It's very easy for me to overpredict at the beginning the way I play. Noticing my plays recently. But anyways, I do switch out to Gengar back on the Cloyster, putting up the spikes. Spikes is good, but you can only set up one layer of spikes in this generation. If you set up a second layer, it doesn't really count as a second layer damage, so it really just counts the first damage and that's it. But it still does significant performance in this generation, even with that being a feint. So he does score a crit. I'm not sure if that crit mattered. I would imagine it did matter because of the bulk of this generation. Plus Cloyster is powerful, but it's not on the level of Gengar. So if he had the special attack of Gengar, I'm pretty sure the crit didn't matter. But then again, Gengar does lag the HP. Still, things went down. I couldn't even explode on him. But again, I'm gonna try to go to Zapdos, force him to switch out. Knowing he will switch out to Raikou, most likely I will put up the screen and kind of proceed to go from here. Because Ultra, I got the screen up there, stuff should be looking a little bit better. But then again, I think I put up the Reflect. I didn't put up Light Screen, right? I put up the Reflect. Still, it is Ultra. It is still a Miltank. I should be able to dish out some damage. Hoping he will miss with Thunder as well. If that is his only most offensive move, that he doesn't have like a combination of Thunder and Thunderbolt, depending on the situation. Which I was actually debating on actually using, like a double Thunder moveset, which is kind of strange, but it does really make a difference. Still, I'm gonna go for Earthquake, hoping he will stay in, hoping he will try to bank with that Thunder. Hidden again, he does not, he switches out to Cloyster, which was a much better situation, much better play on his behalf. I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure at one point I switch out to Gengar, hoping he will explode on me. But I think he didn't do that. Did that happen yet? I'm a little bit off right now. But anyways, Ice Beam does some damage. Doesn't do enough though. Body Slam, trying to get the paralyzation, trying to weather him down, trying to get that paralyzation. Chances are significant in any game you play. Like, paralyzation is so broken when you really think about it. Like, it cuts down your speed, and this happens. So yeah, Gengar is pretty much gone, so I cannot really bank on that anymore. What was I even talking about? But I can definitely take an explosion after Curse. So Miltank, again, still pulling in dimensions, just an absolute behemoth. Somehow surviving an explosion, which actually still, cuts down your defense in this generation. So it is, from my understanding at least, I think it does, right? It's not a 4th generation thing exclusively. Still, with that being said, Body Slam, Meganium will not outspeed the Miltank, and Body Slam will not even come close of taking me out. So I'm not too sure what he was actually trying to do there, because Meganium could have easily been saved for a different opportunity. Still, Skarmory is something I cannot touch. I got Body Slam, I got Earthquake, Curse, and Milk Drink. Like, I legitimately cannot even touch this Pokemon even if I wanted to. I do have light screen on this mon, and I got reflect on Zapdos. I kind of wish I should have just probably like swap it around and put light screen on Zapdos and reflect on Starmie. Just because of how the things that you're facing just barely, like, it's a significant difference between what Starmie faces and what Zapdos faces. So many times Zapdos is being threatened by things like Rock Slide, but then again that's why Reflect is good. But then, you know, then it's Ice Beam and a lot of special moves in this generation where Light Screen would actually come in handy. So it really is sort of a mind-boggling thing, you know, whether or not I should swap the screens on these two mons to try to support my teams further. Screens are not that good though in second generation. You don't have an item to extend it, but it is what it is. Anyways, he does have a Toxic Stall Skarmory. I would imagine he's got rest as well, but the amount of damage that I'm doing to him, he's either gonna need to stay in or switch out to Raikou, but I don't think he wants to do that, because generally speaking, if Raikou comes in, takes a serve, there's a chance of a crit, and there's also a speed tie between Starmie and Raikou, and I don't think he wants to take two serves, especially at this HP as he is. Basically, two serves would actually easily take him out. So I'm thinking, okay, let's go for the serve. Let's just go for the serve. Let's see how much damage we do. He does reveal the rest, so I would imagine we've seen Thunder, we've seen rest now, but that's pretty much to the extent, to the finishing extent of what we saw, right? I'm gonna switch out to my Machamp, thinking maybe he's got Sleep Dog, but there is also a high chance he may get Rest, which will reset after I damage him. And he may also have Hidden Power, which isn't gonna be doing much to the likes of Machamp. The only thing that I need to worry is the Thunder. So Sleep Dog, Thunder is quite a risky moveset, I have to give you that. So again, props for you to risk it. That one is very risky. But then again, I don't think you PP don't go down on PP on Thunder if you use Sleep Dog, so that's also very clever to use there. Rock Slide, a problem for Zapdos, so clearly I just need to do some damage on this mon. This Pokemon is put to sleep, but I need to put up the Reflect first, because again, like I said, Zapdos' weakness towards a Rock Slide is just too significant to not put up the Reflect, and then switch out to my own Machamp trying to take on. The Raikou, though, is gonna eventually wake up now, because you know, he's trying to pretty much burn those sleep turns. And Rock Slide again, yeah, I could have Earthquake. I should have Earthquake. Then again, I need to actually look into if I actually have Earth. No, I don't. I have Crush. Yeah, Sleep Dog set. my mistake there. The text is going really fast. Sometimes I have two Machamps. One has Earthquake, the other one has Rock Slide. For the likes of, you know, not being completely walled, but the likes of Zapdos being immune to the likes of Earthquake and so forth. Fire Blast, not really doing that much damage, but I guess in this situation, since Reflect was up, I guess it's gonna do a little bit more damage than he would have done if he used something else. Though, from my understanding here, I'm noticing Fire Blast is a very good move. He's got Crush Chop, Rock Slide, and Fire Blast. Fire Blast there for potential of Fortress or even Skarmory. Then again, Crush Chop does do a lot of damage. Fortress is one Pokemon that Fire Blast absolutely, you know, burns it to a crisp, absolute dust after that. Raikou, on the other hand, yeah, you know, I'm in a situation where he will wake up now after burning his turns and absolutely obliterate my Machamp. I was still trying to preserve it somehow, trying to see if I can actually get past this, maybe get a crit, who knows. That's not gonna happen. Light Screen away. I do have the poison weather me down, so it doesn't really matter. The best I can do is try to go for the Surf, 95 base Surf. Try to do as much damage. Sahik would be 90, so 95, still getting that additional 5 base. Who knows what can happen. Then again, Sahik can wear him down with special defense decrease. Still, that's way too much into it. I got my Scizor though. I got my Scizor. And Scizor in this situation... Do I tell you a little secret? You're not gonna believe this, because Saita Sa is something Scyther says. So when I saw this, I legit thought I have a Scyther, not a Scizor. So I legit, because I would have used the Scizor before against the Raikou, right? But yeah, that was such a terrible mistake, and it really shows my age. I mean, 36, man, but still, like, it really shows my age, because I didn't use Scyther because Scyther is weak to Thunder, but Scizor in your hand, he could have had some chance here, you know, especially with screens. But anyways, Miltank on your hand, it's a cursing tank. the best, the absolute behemoth. I normally didn't face this Pokemon until start using it myself with Curse. Like I really didn't. I normally see Snorlax, so I don't know. Maybe he was inspired by my last video when I was using it against Snorlax with Curse. But man, Miltank is such a behemoth. It's got Milk Drake instant recovery with Curse. Just a potential Pokemon to late game become the most destructive Pokemon to ever have been used. Like even with its lack of attack, sure, but this generation is still different. It makes any Pokemon really good after a couple of curses, and Miltank is one of those exceptional Pokemon that's got such easy time to put up curse, especially the first one because of its 100 base speed, which again is so mind-boggling. How is this Pokemon so bulky, so much HP, instant recovery, and still fast? it's like amazing, right? So I'm trying to weather down, I'm trying to, you know, one-on-one it, but the problem here is that he's got instant recovery. And I think after the curses, he is able to also break my sub. So that is just very, very dangerous, and I am in a pickle in this moment. I think he's got 3 Pokemon. I got this Pokemon and another one. But right now I'm just trying to do my best to try to take this Pokemon on, but stuff are not looking too good. Because honestly, the way you handle a Miltank in this situation, this late game, is you need to do enough damage to where a special attacker will take it out. Because once you start cursing, it doesn't matter at which HP it is. If it's like 20 HP, 30 HP, it may actually survive your move. It is ridiculously bulky after just 1, and even further bulky after 2. So I'm just trying to wear it down, as much as I can. It's a little bit laggy here because the way the emulation works with this ones, when you try to play players around the world, it really depends. You need somebody to post forward the IP in order to get like smooth experience, but right now we are using Hamachi in order to get this to work. So I'm sorry for a little bit of lag. I'm also sorry for my commentary not being the best. I'm noticing I made some mistakes there. I'm noticing them, and I want to address them. I also want to say thank you to all the comments in the previous video. If you want to see a specific Pokemon, please let me know. Let's see if this Scyther still got the juice here to take it out. I don't want to go for another Sword Dance because at some point when Scyther's attack goes beyond, I think 1100 and something, there's a limit. If it goes above that limit, this Pokemon, its stats go down. It literally goes down. This is the hard way I notice this is when using Sword Dance Marowak. It went above the level and it legitimately was doing no damage after that. I think it can go down to like 20 attack or something crazy. So go for the Hyper Beam for that cool points. You know, Hyper Beam is meant for late game, like actual late game when you got that Sword Dance. Just Hyper Beam away. You know, you're a Steel type, may as well try doing it. I don't see any other Pokemon actually being good with Hyper Beam. Maybe Ursaring. Thinking about it, if he learns it, probably does, right? Most Pokemon learn Hyper Beam, but it's like you never see it, and it's kind of like a, you know, somebody would be, that's a noob, you know, use a Hyper Beam. But there are some exceptions to Pokemon with Hyper Beam, like Sylveon. In the late generations, it's one of those. Definitely using Hyper Beam late game is like an obliteration because of its ability becoming a Fairy type and getting a boost as well. But this one, just try to do as much damage as I can. Miltank on the other hand, just scratching that away like it's nothing. And yeah, we got our own self, and the only position I may have a chance to taking this Pokemon out, and that is by using a special move. I'm really trying to bank on using Thunder instead of Thunderbolt this time around, but it is what it is. Anyways, Spike's nearly taking me out. Their Thunderbolt does look like a kind of a 2-shot after being damaged a bit, so I'm just gonna go for the Body Slam, trying to paralyze him, trying to see if I can get anywhere with this. But the way stuff are stacked up, they are stacked up against me quite significantly. So we're gonna drink some milk, you know. We're gonna drink some milk because it's healthy and it makes you strong and it makes you healthy, you know, smart and stuff. So always drink your milk, kids. And yeah, we're gonna be taken down by the might of the Miltank. That's gonna be the game against Eli. Thank you, man, for the match. Really appreciate it, and hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. Yeah, I love to battle you again. I'm definitely gonna be seeking that rematch, man. And we're gonna probably try to do Ubers next time. So hope you guys have enjoyed. Be sure to give a like. Be sure to comment. And let me know if there's a Pokemon you want me to use, and I may actually consider it. Peace out.